Hey guys, welcome to Season 3, Episode 5 of Castle. Here we go.
A proud father of 10 wonderful children.
Damn.
Mank was so very, very blessed.
Huh?
I want to hear all about Alexis's new boyfriend from her point of view. Did you know that they have a song?
You have a song?
A song?
Swift's Mine. He was playing the first time Ash like
I
it.
could, I don't want to hear that.
Do you remember our song?
AC/DC's You Shook Me All Night Long.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
You girls have a great day. Remember, you won't be the same without me.
Looks like you have plans anyway.
Everyone seems
What
happy.
do we got?
Mourners found a body in the casket. Well, the family was bidding a final farewell to Mr. Mank here and discovered that he wasn't going to the grave alone.
Is it just me or is Mr. Mank smiling?
The stowaway is Dr. Valerie Monroe, an attending internist at County Hospital. She has a perimortem bruise on the back of her neck here, but it wasn't severe enough to be fatal. Divinity indicates she died sometime between 7 and 9 last night,
Well, what we do know is that somebody was trying to get rid of her body.
along with her purse and her phone.
You know, it's kind of brilliant when you think about it. Disappearing
Try to hide her.
in an already occupied coffin. And because Jewish tradition demands that you bury the body right away, there's less time to get caught.
If it wasn't for the pallbearer's fumble,
You'd have to know
the
that.
coffin would disappear forever.
Potentially have access to all of
See if
this.
anyone had access to this coffin in the last 24 hours.
Kelsey, stop playing with her phone.
I wasn't playing. I wasn't. The last web searches on her phone were after 6 p.m. yesterday. She was looking for a hotel in Calderon, New York. I thought it might be relevant.
Oh.
She also has the new swap car app. So I'm thinking maybe she has friends or family in Katona, or perhaps she was planning a liaison with her lover. Her boyfriend found out and killed her in a jealous rage.
Yeah, no visible marks on her body other than a small bruise on the back of her neck. That sounds like a jealous rage to me.
Gossip. Oh, yes. Thank you.
Are you kidding
She
me?
shot that down fast.
When I don't want my daughter to see it.
You're a Taylor Swift fan?
Therefore, Alexis.
Oh.
It cost me an arm and a leg, but Alexis would be thrilled. Apparently she and Ash have a song.
Yeah, well, we have a song as well.
We do?
Mm-hmm. You Talk Too Much by Clarence Carter.
Hey, field work the store checked out. Somebody did break in.
Did you get any foreign prints on the casket or the window?
Notice every morning she bought coffee. Doctor who buys coffee. Wow, that is unusual.
That's strange.
The coffee shop is 20 blocks from her apartment.
Maybe was on her way to work.
No, complete opposite direction.
Boyfriend in the neighborhood. On my way to find out. Oh, great, now he's mad at me.
Beckett.
I found these on the victim's clothes and hair, gray nylon.
Carpet fibers?
Sent them over to the lab to see if they could determine the manufacturer. I found a needle mark on the side of her neck. She was injected with a syringe.
Oh, that sound.
Not exactly. The killer inserted the needle of an empty syringe into Dr. Monroe's carotid artery, then pushed the plunger, forcing air directly into the brain, causing a fatal
Air embolism.
gold star for Castle. And judging by the skill of the injection, I'd say it was done by a medical professional.
Like
Yeah.
one of her colleagues at County Hospital.
Looks like someone gave her
You'd have to know that information. That's... Yikes.
What kind of doctor? Urologist? Proctologist? Don't tell me he's a gynecologist.
He's a cardiac surgeon.
Oh, cardiac surgeon.
That's
Oh,
not...
that's
That's impressive,
Yes, it
yeah.
is. In fact, he did an emergency bypass on someone this morning. Saved a patient's life. What'd you do this morning, Castle?
Bought Taylor Swift tickets.
Man, waffles. Boyfriend?
Not that she ever mentioned. She used to always say that the hospital was her family.
Was there any friction with any of her colleagues?
Well, yesterday, just before the end of her shift, Dr. Monroe had a private meeting with one of our nurses.
Is that unusual?
No, but the nurse came out of the meeting looking shaken. I asked Dr. Monroe about the meeting, and she said that it was a personal situation that she was looking into and trying to solve.
I'll need to speak with that nurse.
Nurse McClintock, of course.
Personal situation with a nurse? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Probably not.
Hospital love triangle? Check it out. Our dead Dr. Monroe.
It's possible, but not everything's Grey's Anatomy.
Dreamy until she catches him in the on
Big
call
dreamy.
room with his scrubs around his ankles. Cat fight to the death. Ooh, that's a good title for something.
Can't fight to the death.
How much TV do you actually watch?
Enough to know that this Nurse McClintock will probably be super hot.
Detective? You wanted to see me?
And you are?
Nurse McClintock.
Care to revise your theory?
Not what I was expecting, but no, I'll stand by.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Dr. Ackerman. So, what can I do for you?
Well, we're here about Dr. Monroe's murder.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
We understand
Pretty
that you had a
awful.
meeting with her right before her shift ended last night.
Yeah, I saw her. I love the way your hair frames your face. Do you always wear it like that?
For work, yeah, but, so about Dr. Monroe?
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Dr. Phelps.
So what happened afterwards?
I walked her to the ambulance dock and promised to keep my distance from her residence. She thanked me and then headed off with some guy I'd never seen before.
Okay.
So you walked Dr. Monroe out, and then conveniently saw her with some mystery man.
Some mystery
That's what
fella.
happened.
Where were you last night between 7 and 9?
Are you asking for my alibi? Seriously?
Seriously.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Okay. I was getting coffee with Dr. Phelps. No, wait, at that time, I was with Rhonda. Dr. Chime. You can ask her, she'll verify where I was.
Dr. Rhonda Chimes, who's smoking hot, by the way, confirms the story. She went on and on about how Greg's such a great listener and brings her all these...
Oh, he's so great.
gifts.
Well, I knew my wholesale hospital love triangle theory, but wait, that makes Greg McDreamy.
So I spoke to more members of the staff, and that's when I found the others.
The others.
The
The
others.
other women in what I call the galaxy of Greg. Each one of these women orbits Greg and considers him to be her special friend.
Well, that totally makes him McSteamy.
Nope. Spoke with all the planets in the galaxy, and none of them are sleeping with him. And CSU did a sweep of the facility. None of their carpeting matches the fibers they found from the body.
No, makes no sense. Why spend all that time listening to women and buying them things if you're not going to try and sleep with them? Beckett's here.
Maybe Greg is gay.
The way he was hitting on me? No, he's so not gay.
Well, he's working an angle or he's hiding something.
He's not the only one.
Or he's just failing
I've taken
miserably.
student loans. Since graduating med school, Dr. Monroe has been regularly making minimum amount payments on her $440,000 student loan.
That's how much it costs to become a doctor? Glad we're gonna count.
And without any increase in pay at the hospital,
That's
6 months ago she started paying
actually
$10,000 a
crazy.
week.
40 grand a month? You gonna do where the money was coming from?
Oh boy. Why do I feel like she's
I'm home.
got them or something?
Gina got tickets for Taylor Swift. The front row center and come with backstage passes. We're going to meet her.
That's great.
We just made a deal for her autobiography. It's no big deal.
I gotta call Ash. She's gonna be so excited.
The point is that I was trying to do something nice for Alexis, and apparently all you can see is that I stole your hero moment.
It's not.
Good night.
I knew something was gonna happen.
Any luck on the mystery?
I was like, he can't get something happy out of this. I knew that was gonna happen.
I wouldn't leave just...
I didn't know what, but I knew something like that.
Dr. Monroe's coffee shop. Turns out it's right next to the Faircross Hotel. 7 nights a week, our victim was spending the night in a suite belonging to a permanent resident, one Cesar Calderon.
The drug lord?
Mm-hmm.
Call him El Diablo, the devil.
What?
Calderon was responsible for half the coke on the streets in the 80s, and he was so big no one could touch him.
Revenge from a rival cartel, a drug deal gone wrong. Maybe murder is simply Calderon's way of saying I'm just not that into you.
I don't know, an Aaron doesn't exactly strike me like a drug lord's MO.
Yeah, I don't think he would really know how to do
Calderon
that.
did that on purpose to throw suspicion towards the hospital staff on the off chance the body was found.
Unless it was a strange
Is
accident.
how a respected doctor could literally get into
Like he
bed
thought
with
something
another
else was,
drug
I
lord.
don't know.
Ladies love the bad boys.
I'm sorry. I think you have the wrong room. I don't know anyone named Richard Castle. The Richard Castle? Let them come, no. Let them in. Welcome.
You got some weight,
Mr.
man.
Calderon, Detective Kate Beckett.
Good
Richard, have you read your novels in Spanish?
No.
Oh, you should. Everything is better in Spanish.
Thank you. So she was just your doctor?
No, she was my miracle worker. She gave me back my strength. Valerie forced me back into the world. She made me walk.
He genuinely seems shocked, so...
At night, sometimes we would drive into the park.
Do you recognize this man?
No. Is he the one who killed her?
All we know is that he was with her just before she died.
I've seen this man before. A few times. Valerie had me drop her off at a diner by her place. This man was sometimes waiting.
Explain?
Do you remember the name of the diner?
Calderon's alibi?
The hotel staff confirmed it.
He wouldn't really fit
Turns
the
out
profile
surprise
of
on me.
killing him.
I got tickets too. Front row, backstage access.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, she should have checked with me first.
Maybe, but at least it means she cared enough to do it, right? There is.
I get both sides of that.
Thank you, sir. NYPD, we need to ask you a few questions about Dr. Valerie Monroe.
Want to talk about Valerie? Call my office.
If you don't cooperate, I'm gonna be forced to arrest you. Hey, drop it!
No, you drop it. Leonard Maloney, Attorney General's office. What's going on? Exactly how did you know?
She was working for me.
For what?
Undercover.
What is going on?
Investigation of Calderon's way above my pay grade. Besides, he's been out of the drug game for years.
Well, then what was your target?
County hospital. The state comptroller was investigating misappropriations of funds.
Okay, so it had to be somebody from that hospital.
And we couldn't find the source, so I asked Dr. Monroe to be our eyes and ears on the inside. She said she was on to something that involved prescription fraud and a possible smuggling ring. But she didn't want to point fingers until she had verified some things up north this weekend.
Next to Katana is Bedford Hills. And what's in Bedford Hills, Detective?
There's a women's prison. Do you think she suspected someone there?
If we're talking about a field trip to a woman's prison, I'm in.
Easy, Tiger. Listen, call prison. Have them fax over the visitor's log for the past 6 months and an inmate list. See if anyone there connects to the hospital or our victim.
I've got some amends to make. And it's going to take a little bribery.
Yep.
Okay, Rick, I'm here. What's so important? What is this?
Well, nothing says I'm an ass like a bunch of helium-filled rubber.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, Rick. Even when we were married, you built a wall around Alexis, like you didn't want anyone else to be close to her. When it came to the
This seems like a massive communication problem. Why don't y'all just talk?
I don't want to feel like an outsider anymore.
I feel like an outsider, too.
The outsiders.
But you're very right.
There's no record of Dr. Monroe ever visiting the prison, but the logs do show that another member of the hospital staff was making weekly visits to Bedford Hills prison facility.
Anyone we know?
Oh yeah.
Which one?
Nurse
Oh.
Gray? Seriously?
Seriously, for the past 3 years, Greg has been making weekly visits to an inmate.
Greg is suspicious.
Who is doing 30 years to life for her role as a getaway driver in a failed robbery where a security guard was killed. So I did a little bit of digging, and apparently Greg was her character witness at her trial.
Amy is Greg's girlfriend. Dr. Monroe was onto prescription fraud and the smuggling ring. She thought Greg was stealing meds from the hospital and smuggling them into Amy.
For her to distribute on the inside.
So I was right. Greg was working an angle. He was friends with all these women so they would help him.
Probably without any of them realizing it, so I asked the prison warden to go and search Amy's cell, and then bring her down here for questioning.
Yo, this got the phone from Warden from Bedford Hills. Amy Porter suffered a stroke this morning.
At 25?
You sent her to County Hospital.
Here? Why not bring her to a hospital a little closer to the prison?
The county is the nearest hospital with a secure ward.
And that's also where Greg works. Dr.
She-
Phelps,
Dr. Phelps, we understand that you're treating a patient named Amy Porter. Unfortunately, she died while having an MRI.
What?
Where's the body?
That's not her.
Greg switched the body. This wasn't about smuggling something into jail.
He's getting her out.
Out. Greg pulled the prison break.
My God.
Turns out Greg isn't McDreamy or McSteamy, he's McSkeemy. Do we know how he pulled this off?
So after reviewing the evidence and also with Dr. Parrish's expertise, we think that we figured it out.
Signatures on death certificates, medical orders, body releases.
Oh, okay, but how did he fake Amy's death?
Pharmacist Liza Ackerman gave Greg a container of acetyl hexapeptide 3. It's a Botox-like topical cream, effective in small doses.
Ackerman thought it was a gift for Greg's mother, but Greg instead smuggled it into Amy.
Amy lathered half her face with it, temporarily diminishing her facial muscles' ability to contract.
Simulating a stroke.
And then according to prison protocol, Amy was sent to county to receive advanced medical treatment.
And like any good physician, Dr. Phelps immediately ordered an MRI. Greg used his connections at the ER to get both morphine and naloxone. When he escorted Amy into the MRI, he gave her enough morphine to cause her vital signs to drop to where she had no recordable pulse.
Creating the illusion of death. And since Amy had a do not resuscitate order,
Courtesy of Dr. Shah.
she was pronounced dead.
Not wanting to waste a second, Greg wheels Amy into
Unbelievable.
With the naloxone, bringing her out of the OD.
Very Pulp Fiction.
And very dangerous. It'd be a pretty romantic story.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I thought Greg had a solid alibi for her murder.
Well, sir, we think that an accomplice was helping him out, so we're looking into known associates, and we've also got a team out at Greg's apartment looking to see if they can find
What a
APBs. We're also
freaking
monitoring
crime.
his credit cards, and we've issued APBs for the
That's
tri-state area.
actually,
Given all
like,
the planning, they probably already
damn.
have an escape route planned.
Greg's letters to Amy. If they've been planning this for a long time, there's got to be a clue in the letters.
Call the crew over at Greg's. If we can find Amy's letters to Greg, then we'll have a full set.
Yes, sir. Well, these are just love notes. There's nothing.
No, unless there's a code.
Well, then we have to look at these like a romance novel, not a murder mystery. These people are bearing their souls in these letters, and if we're lucky, we'll find our Zawataneo. In the Shawshank Redemption, and
Oh, I know what it is. I'm a cop. I've seen the movie. It's just there's nothing about that in here. The only thing that
That's
Amy talks
awesome.
about is being innocent
It's
of
a
the
great
crime
movie.
she was convicted of and how much she misses Greg.
I don't believe in much, but I believe in us. I like this guy. And no matter the obstacles, no matter how hard you try, you'll never get rid of me. I love you. You're right, these are worthless.
So two lovers reunite after 3 years. Where would you go?
Motel.
Really?
What?
That's what you call special?
All right, where's the first place you'd go?
I don't know, someplace romantic, someplace with special meaning maybe?
Like the first place
They met. I was going to say that. He said it too
The
quick.
first time I laid eyes on you, that cold, rainy night inside the Burgeropolis in Hillsdale, New Jersey.
Burgeropolis. You think that's their special place?
No.
Yeah, well, that's stupid.
Maybe we'll get lucky with the APBs.
This is a disaster.
Well, let me know.
They're probably halfway to Canada by now.
Well, we sent their photos to Border Patrol, so if they try to leave, we'll catch them.
What about?
They're hidden in the trunk of their buddy's car. Lab ID'd those carpet fibers from Dr. Monroe's body. They're from the lining of a car trunk.
Those Jersey State troopers you had staking out to Burgeropolis just pulled your fugitive lovebirds from the drive-thru. They're bringing them in now.
You had Jersey troopers stake out the Burgeropolis?
Yeah.
But you said that was stupid.
No, you said it was stupid, and it looks like you were wrong.
Oh, good. I was right.
I love her. What was I supposed to do? I have an alibi, remember?
We know you have an alibi. We also know that you have an accomplice.
I don't have an accomplice. I don't know anything about her murder.
Right. And Dr. Monroe really pulled you into that meeting to scold you for flirting with her residents. She was on to you. She knew about the drugs. She knew about the plan. She knew about Bedford Hills, and that's why you had her killed.
No.
Come on,
She
Greg.
put me into her office. I knew she was on to me. So I figured if I could distract her and get the hell out of her office, our plan might still have a chance.
What do you mean you distracted her?
You know, change the subject. I started asking her about this new bracelet she had, how it was a special gift from her boyfriend. Then a few minutes later, her phone rang and I got the hell out of there.
Well, that's a pretty good story.
Boyfriend?
Only Dr. Monroe didn't have a boyfriend.
No, I swear, the way she was talking about that bracelet, she definitely had a boyfriend.
In this whole investigation, there's not been one mention of a boyfriend.
No.
Because he was lying. Look, nothing.
No, there's no bracelet.
No bracelet.
That's the best one.
There's the bracelet.
Look. He wasn't lying. She was wearing the bracelet right before she was killed.
Well, where did it go?
CSUs didn't find one in the coffin or anywhere else.
The secret boyfriend. Which probably who killed her, the
If
boyfriend.
it was about money, how come he didn't take her purse?
Because it wasn't about money, it was about passion. Do you recognize that bracelet?
No.
I've seen that design before.
I need to pay more attention to bracelets.
Detective, Mr. Castle, have you made any progress finding Valerie's killer?
We believe we have. Tell me, what was the exact nature of your relationship with Dr. Monroe?
I told you already she was my physician.
You said that before, but I'm confused. You see, unlike you, I don't take long romantic drives with my doctor. I do that with my girlfriend.
We don't yet live in a world where passion is a crime, do we, Detective?
No, but crimes of passion are. Especially murder.
That's a lovely necklace.
No way.
Yeah.
It wasn't on her body when she was found. Someone removed it.
What happened?
So they couldn't tie it back to you. But he didn't do it, so it might have been the one who's standing behind him.
Cognac swirling Renaissance man we see before us, but the ruthless killer.
Just like the color of the carpet on the back of your DeVille. So what was her body doing stuffed in the trunk of your car?
I was here. I remembered.
He's behind you!
But you took the keys that night. Madre de Dios. Oh, it was you. I can see it in your eyes, Manolo. It was you. I did it for you. Why? She was an informant, sister. When I saw her with a man at the diner, I followed him. And you know what I found?
Oh, that's awkward.
He worked for the Attorney General. She betrayed you. Why didn't you come to me? Because you were too blind, then, brother. I made them disappear. Just like you taught me, hermano. No body, no murder.
You kind of messed up.
Under arrest for the murder of Dr. Valerie Monroe.
Because there was a body. The body was found.
The fact is, she wasn't going to. She wasn't investigating your brother. She was looking into corruption at County Hospital.
You killed her for nothing.
Let's go.
Do y'all realize how many problems would be solved if people just talked to each other? Like, you actually, like...
You know that nurse
It's insane. It's actually crazy.
Gina told me the tickets were from both of you. Good night.
Very considerate of Gina.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to like her, aren't you?
I stopped being emotionally invested in your girlfriends after you dumped that darling Lizzie in 11th grade. Gina's very nice. She's a little over the top, but you know, you're happy, I'm happy. But the question is this. When you come right down to it, would you be willing to break her out of prison? Because that, my boy, is true love.
I can't stand the thought of you getting locked up over me.
Well, you might not have to.
What?
After hearing all your claims of innocence, we decided to go over your arrest file. Turns out there were a lot of discrepancies.
So we sent the files to Leonard Maloney over at the Attorney General's office, and he agreed.
Apparently your public defender was a real hack. he overlooked several key pieces of evidence.
Including a statement that was ignored because of the eyewitness's mental illness. So, Maloney has agreed to reopen your case, and he believes that you have cause to be hopeful.
Yeah, but that guy's still screwed.
What about Greg? Well, in the spirit of justice, Maloney has said that if you get exonerated, he will recommend that Greg gets probation.
Why are you doing all this?
We feel bad that the state troopers picked you up at Burgeropolis before you were able to relive your first date. So until you do get out, we brought you this.
That's actually funny.
Told him to hold the onions. Wait, just leave me in there?
Follow the jungle. I gotta look up a numero uno.
Wow. Nothing like a hypothetical prison term where you know who your friends really are.
Don't worry, Castle. I get you out. You coming?
Yay! They are so, like... They just keep on pushing the... They pushing it, but they can't break through it, you know? And I don't think they're going to break through anytime. This seems like a thing that's going to go on for a little bit. Because they already really teased it last season, and that seemed early. And I'm like, if you're really teasing it now, I don't think you're going to do it anytime soon. Especially everyone now has relationships. So, like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. You can get these videos early, up to 20 weeks before they air on YouTube if you want to. You don't have to, it's up to you. See y'all next time.